Oil refinery. Oh, good. Oil refinery fits there. So this uses 100 crude oil per 5 seconds. So 10 of these will use 200 crude oil per second. And we're probably producing 200. Oh, probably under 200. So I think 10 is going to be more than we need for the time being. What am I doing? Okay. Got the car. Fill in a few more of these large power poles. So at least sort of go around the edges of this middle section. There we go. And then we basically want oil refineries. I think ideally we want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Move that up 1. Then it's still right. Pretty much want to put it roughly in the middle. One, 2, 3. Yeah, okay, so we can flip them vertically so that they all input on the same row. In fact, let's just do this. Let's actually place them. Good, and then we just want power to run through the middle. And they may as well connect with... How far across do... Nope. So close. Oh, it's not even in the middle. Cut all of that. I think we basically want more like there. Undo that. Because, yeah, effectively I want to try to get it reasonably centered. Like there, maybe. And then we, I guess, can bring in a large power pole. And then each of these is going to need 2. The easiest option is just going to be closing off the lines, because that way we can then connect like this and still have room there for like water to go underneath it. Perfect, and connect that. We should have petroleum going through, we should have petroleum being converted. well, crude oil being converted to petroleum. And then the trick is we want that output. That was wrong, wasn't it? There we go, and we should be able to connect these together. What am I doing for underground? So I've still got 146. Perfect, we're going to have plenty to get this build finished. Good, and then that's all connected together, and we basically then just want some tanks for some storage, and this will be to basically just go like here. Obido, hello and welcome to the channel. Thank you for the follow. Good, and then we've got a decent stockpile of like 100k petroleum being produced here. And in fact, what I might do, expand it a little bit more so that it is 200k, and then that is a full train's worth of petroleum. Perfect. Now, here I think we want to put like some plastic production, and so the easiest way to do that is do we want only oil or do we want other plastic production here as well? I don't. Plastic is just coal and petroleum. And sulfur is water and petroleum. So I can easily make sulfur. Need to bring some water up from this lake down here. And that's going to use 30 petroleum per second. And this is going to use 20 petroleum per second each. And what are we producing? Currently producing 45. We're producing 450 per second with the 10 oil refineries. And so 450 means we could do, well, like 5 sulfur will be producing 10 sulfur per second. Then we only need I don't think we're going to need anywhere near that much sulfur. I think let's build the next science, start getting the next science build going and see how much sulfur we actually need. And then maybe we just build the sulfur and plastic builds to match what we actually need demand-wise at the moment instead of trying to max out capacity. Interesting, there's no coal. And so I basically want to make blue science right here, which, here we go. Okay, so we produce engine units on site, and that's the only thing I think we produce on site. Good, and throw some lamps down as well, so this all lights up when it gets dark, like it literally just did. And then leave this middle line is just a straight run. Good, and then we right, the ingredients come through on the undergrounds. And then the output goes out on the middle belt. Perfect, and let's... So these two inputs I'm going to guess is the plastic and sulfur. Although we also need to somehow get the electric engines in here, so they also are obviously going to need a... Yeah, okay, we go plastic, not plastic, red circuits and sulfur. And then this line here is just the engine units, I think. Which are made from just iron and steel, nice and easy. So we can at least hook that part up without any difficulty at all. Done. And let us get nicely built up. Oh, I'm out of lamps. And bang, bang, bang. Good. And then here is the input iron. And then this one here is going to be the input steel, which actually gets directly used. Yep. Oops. Now I am out of long handle inserters. I think I've only got one left. I got 42 left. Okay, no, I was just running out of how many were actually in my hand at the time, I guess. Still don't know that we've got enough, but I think I need 40. Yeah, Perfect. So I think we had exactly the right amount. Well, 2 extra. And then we sort of want to come back with some lamps, but otherwise I think we've got everything we need to get this build set up. Perfect. And then we just need to extend out the main buses so that we can actually pull in the steel and iron that we're going to need. Here's iron. Perfect. I don't have the car on me. Where did I leave it? Up there. Cool. Probably going to be quicker to, or simpler to just stay on foot for the time being. And let's head over, grab some more belts, grab some more red handle extend, long handle inserters. Plenty of fast inserters. We just need belts. Screw it. Let's grab 800 because at the moment the main bus is mostly yellow, and I do need lamps as well. Easy. And if we head back up to the main bus, we can continue extending those along, and we should be good. Go to there and pop a line. Stone, steel. Okay, what I might do is actually just cut these off because it's going to be easier to. So steel is here. So then basically we want steel to go across. Now we don't need stone or stone bricks. And then we just loop this down, and that's the steel that we need. And then let's just bring in the iron as well. Iron comes in here. Now, easiest option is probably going to be here. We bring off the iron, but I do need to actually connect the iron belts correctly. So that was that. Fact. Why does that not reach there? Good. At which point these don't actually need to be disrupted. Probably should actually be prioritizing the belt itself. But for the time being, the easiest option is going to be bypassing. And what we can do is let's there we go. That at least gets some iron onto the bottom belt there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the bottom belt a red belt as well. And then we should have iron coming in soon, which... Yep, so these all have steel. They just need the iron gears and the pipes, which as soon as that iron starts coming in, will be getting produced. Good, and we've got some engine units being produced as well. This is upside down, isn't it? Because that is meant to output them going upwards. There we go. And so we've got engine units being pulled in already, which is everything that we can make so far. We just need to then continue getting our plastic build up and running so that we can bring in some sulfur, which... Yeah, we'll probably bring sulfur in on one line. Red circuits. And now I think it's probably going to be best to make red circuits in here. Yeah. Yeah, we'll bring in sulfur from external, and then... Oh, I didn't actually look how much we're going to need. Because basically we want sulfur in order to get blue science. Yeah, and so these need 1 sulfur per 24 seconds. We've got 24 of them, so we need 1 sulfur a second is how much we're after. Oops. And 1 sulfur per second is... half of a chemical plant. A single chemical plant will produce double what we need. So, this one is going to be producing sulfur. Actually, let's do this. Let's pull it back a little bit, because basically what we want is this one. It can produce sulfuric acid. Maybe a bit closer there, maybe. Sulfuric acid is made with water and what I'm thinking is there, because that way I could put a long-handed inserter to actually insert the sulfur. We would also need to bring iron plates, but if I'm going to be going there, then we need sulfur to be able to output like so. In fact, it's probably going to be nicer to have a bit of a backlog here so that the long-handed will be able to grab it instead of only just being able to grab it a little bit. That can go there. Perfect. And effectively then what we want is water. We'll be able to although, what if we vertically... Yep. Great. So we just need to bring in water for this system here. And easiest, actually, I might grab the car so that we can ride it back up. Because pretty much what I'm thinking is that we go grab... Where is it? It's going to be... here, I think. basically aiming to go connect these pipes to the lake. We're reasonably close to down from where I am at the moment. This is going to have me running straight into the boiler setup. Yep. So we need to turn here, I think. Yeah, I thought that would happen. Now, where do we connect? I think I need to. Need an offshore. There we go. Offshore pump. Which I guess let's put it right there, and then we just want to bring it up so that it connects in here. Alright, and lastly, let's head back up to the... So there was one corner piece of these piping that I didn't fill in. Oops. Is this one here, I think. Yep. So we just need to place that, at which point the water should then connect through. Oh, we need to connect these power poles as well. Idiot. And then this one here is going to connect in that power. Yep, and they should stop complaining about not having power. Good. Okay, now we just need the petroleum, which now I think we're just going to manually connect the petroleum. Let's do this. That right there. Okay, so what I want to do is have it so that like the sacred path doesn't get hit by the pipes. Then we basically need to do that. Plastic and coal, I mean, that's easy enough.